and the other was Bill Brock. I didn't see Bill's name, but I know he registered.
Registered, and then today I mailed him over to Jim, and we stuck him in your group.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't have a up-to-date one.
Well, no, you're right, because he was so late. After he went hiking, I thought maybe he had phoned him and given him a hard time. And Chris Lane kindly sent a check. He said, me and my PC, we don't do Zoom.
He's got a Windows 7.
We're live now.
That could make it hard.
We're live. I see it.
I'm sending that link.
Does that mean what we're saying right now is going to the public?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's good to confirm.
That's what that means. You're on YouTube.
So I don't know if Elizabeth has her chat on. I just sent you a chat. And you might want to unmute if you want to.
Laura, could you make me the meeting host again?
Yeah.
Is that good? Okay.
On the 2 account? Thank you.
Oh, on which 2 accounts?
You did it.
Okay. I was like, does the sheep host? Jim, I'm sending you the YouTube live if you have any people who are struggling to get in.
Okay.
Rebecca, I'm sending, anyone else need this?
Laura, send it to me as well. Thank you.
Michael? Okay.
Yeah.
Katie and Elizabeth, sorry to interrupt you there. Did you guys get what you needed? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and is everyone on the group chat who needs to be on the group chat at this point? I feel like you have.
I didn't set up a group chat for the table hosts.
Okay. I think that'll be okay. Y'all are mostly just here to enjoy yourselves. No buttons to push or anything for you. And
Kevin, you made it. Thank you so much.
Bet.
It's just standing by now for about, 20 minutes or some amount of time. Oh, 2 minutes until people come in.
Okay, great. Because I have a quick question.
Yes, please.
So how do we go to the breakout room? Are you handling that?
Happily, even better, Jim's handling it. And
So
we're going to announce it. Nelson's going to announce that it's time for the breakout groups. And then there's going to be fairy dust music, and then we're all going to be there.
Okay.
And then a really important thing is, if you want to end your group at any time, you guys can. But we set an outer bound that we're going to be done with this event at 7 o'clock. And that means, Jim, is it like 3 minutes of 7 or something?
It'll be 2 minutes to 7. You'll see a timer come up, just counting down the last 2 minutes. And then you'll come back into the main room, and everybody can say goodnight, and that'll end it.
Perfect. Okay, so Kathleen Brooker doesn't have the Zoom link. So let's see if I can do that from here. Does anyone have that handy?
I have it here.
Could you forward it to Kathleen? And she's at, well, right now she's at kathleen.brooker@board.nwswb, but she gave us a different email.
Did, and I think I have that right here.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did. Yeah.
Has anyone started recording the Zoom session yet?
not yet. I'll do that once I start the slideshow. I figured we don't want all this on the recording.
Yep. Okay, just a reminder, because I always forget every time I'm supposed to.
I forget too every time.
I have it in my run of shows so that I don't forget.
Okay.
Important. We are live on YouTube, and so it would be preserved in the YouTube link, but we wanted to record it as well.
That's distressing.
So for the table captains and everyone really, feel free to use the chat throughout the evening, just to kind of share with each other as the videos are playing, or stories are being told that resonate with you. We really want to use that space in order to make us all feel like we're a little more connected tonight. So feel free to use that space.
Now, does the chat go to everybody or do you direct it to somebody?
We'll have it so that it just goes to everyone. So it'll be kind of shouting it out to the whole group.
Okay.
Would that be true during the first half hour, or can we kind of go and say hi to people as they arrive?
We could change it during the first half hour if we'd like. It gets a little confusing when everyone can chat with everyone.
Oh, I don't want to create confusing, and I have the capacity to do that.
Yeah, so my recommendation would be to leave it as just to the whole group as a group chat.
Hit mute.
And if you haven't already, changing your name on Zoom, or perhaps one of our lovely co-hosts here can help you with that, just so it says your first and last name. That way when you're chatting, folks know who you are.
Oh, Roger, you currently are called Cameron's laptop. People might not know that you also go by Roger.
He's muted.
Yeah, okay, I'm unmuted now, but how do I change that Cameron's laptop thing?
If you
Roger, what's your last name?
McPherson, McPherson.
It would be simpler just to keep
thank
calling
you.
him Cameron.
There you go.
Becky, you're magic.
Yeah. Well, we're just at about 5, so I want to honor our time where we told everyone that our slideshow would start. So the slideshow is going to come up and it'll run from 5 to 5:30 with a little pop in from Nelson to say hello about halfway through. And it's really fun, so definitely we'll get you in the mood. So feel free to keep using the chat throughout, but we'll all kind of go offline and put ourselves on mute as the slideshow is running. And folks will start to filter in from the waiting room, and we'll get going at just about 5:30. Everybody feel good?
Cheers.
Cheers, yes. Hooray! For the whole of it. Oh, Nelson, you're on mute.
See you on the other side.
See you there, everyone.
Are you muted? Mm-mm. Okay, I can just.
The Northwest School of Wooden Boat Building is not just about building boats, it's about building people. We have an awesome campus. We have over 7 acres of campus located on the waterfront, Southport Townsend Bay, but we have also 5 individual shops that we're building all kinds of things out of. We have a systems shop, boat building shops, we also have a metal shop, and the beauty of having all of these in one facility is we can build anything. One of the primary skills we teach throughout the programs at the school is problem solving. We're showing you how to take two-dimensional ideas and drawings and objects and create three-dimensional objects. And boats happen to be the medium that we're using here, and take those shapes and problem solve through the construction of that boat. And along that way, you're inherently building all these other skills you didn't know you had. So it's not only working with your hands to build a boat, but it's problem solving through the different things that come up there. It's unpredictable. And so you're learning a whole new skill set when you come here. And that skill set doesn't just apply to boat building, it applies to all the trades. The skills the students are going to learn at our school are based in hand joinery. We spend a lot of time in the first quarter learning to lay out precise joints, how to cut those joints. One example I like to use is a handsaw. Drawing a line and then be able to split that line with a handsaw. And if you can't split the line with a handsaw, there's no way you're going to be able to split that line with a skill saw or a power tool. So we use our foundation of all the skills we learn in the beginning projects are based in the simplest form, using your hands. And throughout the year, you progress to learn to alternate and use power tools for the same skills. Ultimately, it's a combination of those two skill sets, hand tools and power tools, that make you the most efficient craftsperson. We build all kinds of boats. We build plank on frame, lap strake, all different kinds of wood composite boats. And one incredibly unique thing about our program is we build all different kinds of boats and different designs. We don't just build the same design over and over and over, which is its own attributes, but we build boats from 8 to 30 feet in all different construction styles, all different uses, power, sail, row. And what that does is it helps the students learn right alongside the instructors. So the instructors are building typically new boats they haven't built before, and with that, the instructors are having to learn about that design and about that construction process. And so it's not as predictable, but it offers the students a chance to see more of a real world problem solving skill set. The school's mission is teaching and preserving craftsmanship. We do that through boat building. We do it through traditional boat building, through contemporary boat building, and now through marine systems. Just as the contemporary program helps kind of grow the school with the changing industry, with marine systems, we're bringing traditional values to contemporary skills. And it's helping us stay relevant and current with the marine trades.
The whole load, right. On a very hot August day, my two sons were swimming and there was a boat that was leaking electricity, 118 volts right off the back of that vessel, measured in the water against the dock ground. Lucas decided to get out of the water near this boat and was electrocuted. That incident certainly changed my whole life. So I started educating myself, got my ABYC certification, and at one point I was asked to teach a class for ABYC on marine electrical, and I did that, and it was very successful. It has become a real passion.
We can get in here and set the depth of where
The opportunity came up that I could come to the boat school and start a systems program. When you consider our current wood boat student that is going through the wooden boat building program, whether it's the traditional or contemporary, and then they come in and they do the systems program, they're going to have not only the abilities to work on wood vessels, but when you add in marine systems and all the different systems that are encompassed in that, that whole process is what we're shooting for. They're going to hit the workforce running.
I went to university to study history, and after I graduated, I thought, well, I've always loved maritime stories and maritime history, so I'll go to this boat building school, I'll learn how boats are built, I'll learn these traditional techniques, and then I'll have more of a vocabulary and knowledge base to draw upon. So I was a student at the boat school 3 years ago, and I took the large craft construction program because I wanted to work on the Felicity Ann. Afterwards, my professor suggested going and applying in the boatyard, and once I started, I realized I was really interested in what the electricians specifically were doing here. So when the boat school started offering the systems-intensive courses, it was a really good opportunity for me.
There are so many skills needed to work on boats, and the more versatile an employee can be, the more likely they are to have full-time employment. And so last year we sent a number of employees to the boat school to do their one-week intensives, and it worked extremely well. It really surpassed all our expectations, and it's an incredibly important thing for us to be able to do. That sort of training, for us quite close by, is invaluable.
Well, friends, welcome to Hull Week. I'm Nelson J. Great to be here. And just a quick heads up. Can you all hear me okay? Yes, great. It's working. Technology is fantastic. So just a quick check-in at the about just over halfway through our pre-event time together, and a friendly reminder that tonight is a fundraiser, and the ways to give are on the screen. You can donate through the Boat School website. You can mail a check directly to the boat school. And of course, when you participate in the online auction, which started a few days ago and will wrap up tomorrow evening at 7 p.m., you're also supporting the boat school. And then if you would like to talk about a stock or securities donation to the school, that's another great way to support the Northwest School of Wood and Boat Building. Super excited to be here with my co-host tonight. I don't know what's the equivalent of a nautical wingman, Sean Coman, the chief instructor.
I don't know, Nelson, but it's great to be here, and thanks for all your help putting this together as well.
Yeah, super fun. We've really had a great time. I can't speak on behalf of everybody, but we certainly have spent some time with members of the board and the staff and the entire team, and certainly the incredible videographer that is David Champion. So thank you so much for, well, De La Garza, but thank you, David, at Champion Video.
Welcome back to the Northwest School of Wood and Boat Building. My name is Sean Coman, and this is Shop Talk. Our marine systems students have just begun to design and install electrical systems common to recreational boats. After designing the system, the students then install each of the components into their panel boards. Here, the students are tasked with not only installing the components correctly, but also sizing and using the appropriate wires, connections, and overcurrent protection you'd find on an actual boat. Just outside our current marine systems classroom, you'll see the construction of the new system shop. This 4,800 square foot shop will provide a permanent home for our systems program and also allow for future program expansion. A huge thank you to Boat School alum Brent Davis and his crew for all their hard work putting the new shop together. As we head back up the hill to the Hammond shop, let's take a look at what the boat building students are up to. Traditional boat building instructor Leland Gibson and his students have been hard at work in the final stages of the Herrschaft Rosinante. As we take a peek at the interior, you can see the talent and craftsmanship that is going into the construction of this hull. Sitting parallel to the Rosinante is the Hansen Forest Service boat. Here, students are busy assembling and installing the components of the cockpit sole. Another project coming to life in the shop is the Abaco dinghy. Lofted and set up early in the school year, the current crew is just about to hang their final plank, the whiskey plank. Just opposite of the Abaco dinghy, Bruce Blatchley's contemporary boat building students are putting the final touches on the Clean Bay pump out boat. Here you can see the beautiful work going into finishing this boat off. One of the beautiful parts of this project is it not only provided a challenging hull for our contemporary boat building students, but it provided a meaty project for our marine systems students as well. Let's head down to the waterfront campus and take a look at what the students in the McPherson shop are working on. Instructor Bruce Blatchley's crew is just about done with their carbon Grandy. This wood and carbon hull takes a classic design and creates a light and rigid hull. And another boat is completed. This 7'7" nutshell pram provided a great learning platform for our students as an introduction to their contemporary boat building techniques. Just behind the Nutshell Pram, students have begun the construction of a Rangeley guide boat. Each of these station molds is temporary and provides a shape that the students can plank around. At the end of the project, those molds will be removed from the boat. Let's head over to the Westrom shop next and take a look at what Jody Boyle's traditional boat building students are up to. Our students learn to build boats, but they also learn to build the rest of the components, such as spars. That spar is being carved and shaped for this 14-foot lap straight Grandy sailboat. The lofting of the Nordic folk boat has now produced various components, including the transom, the stem and forefoot, the stern post and stern knee, and of course the keel, all made of white oak. Thanks for joining us on this version of Shop Talk.
Well, good evening, and thank you for joining us for the 2020 Hull Raiser, an online virtual fundraiser for the Northwest School of Wood and Boat Building. I'm Nelson Jay, your host and fundraising ambassador tonight, and pleased to be here with Chief Instructor Sean Coman. Hey, Sean.
Hey, Nelson. It's great to be here.
Great. I wish I was there. You're winning the backdrop game right now for sure.
We had to have
Thanks to
one boat in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks to everybody for joining us. Before we get started, we thought it would be fun to do something fun, which is to have everybody shift to gallery view so we can see all the familiar faces on the screen. So if you are up for shifting to gallery view for a minute, it should be pretty fun. And we might see a whole bunch of friendly faces. We got a lot of pages of guests up there. That looks really cool. I'm going to take a picture. How fun. Lots of faces. Thanks to everybody for joining us. That's really fun. We have a terrific evening in store, a super fun program. We've had a lot of fun putting this together and creating videos to highlight some of the wonderful work happening right now with the entire team there at the boat school. And what I thought we would do is get started with a quick reminder of the ways to give, and then we will move on to the program. So the ways to give tonight, you can certainly make a donation through the website, and just to make things easy, the first two methods are perhaps our preferred methods. So if you can give directly through the website, that's a great way to do it right there at the boat school website. And then you can, of course, always mail a check to the boat school. And for anybody scoring at home, you'll be pleased to know we are sending a link out via email during this broadcast. So by the time this wraps up tonight, you'll have waiting in your inbox an update on the ways to give, and it'll be real easy. You can click for a donation through the website, mail a check. Certainly you can participate in our ongoing online auction that started earlier in the week, and that wraps up tomorrow night, Saturday. And then the fourth way is certainly donations of stock and securities, and you can do that through the link to Fidelity right there on the Boat School website as well. So that's the ways to give tonight, and you can keep those in mind as you're contemplating your gift and how you might want to support the boat school. Those are the ways to do it. And once again, there'll be an email waiting for you after the show, and you can click on that for all the directions. Well, certainly these events take a lot of work, a lot of planning, and a lot of support, and we couldn't do those. We couldn't put this together without the incredible support of our amazing sponsor community, and a big thank you to all of our Hull Week 2020 sponsors right there on your screen now. And I know that several of our sponsors are joining us live tonight on the Zoom call and on YouTube. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for your incredible support of the Northwest School for Wood and Boat Building. Well, I'm going to toss it to Sean to talk a little bit about some of the fun ways to engage tonight, and he'll have an update on the boat school. So Sean, take it away.
Thanks, Nelson. Yeah, one of the things that I wanted to go over was the chat function in here. And I think a lot of people already seen that, the chat room in Zoom. But if you haven't opened it already, take a look at the slide in front of you now and open up the chat. And it's a super handy tool for gatherings like this. And what we want to try to do is just do a little practice in there for those who aren't familiar with it. So open up the chat, and how about everyone type in where they're from right now, just so we get an idea of kind of the reach that the school has this evening. So while people are typing that, I know we have folks from all over, so it'll be really fun to see the school's reach in there in the chat. Awesome. Lots of people locally here in Port Townsend and Ludlow.
Look at that, Marrowstone Island, Sean.
Excellent.
And Delaware, wow, let's see, that name is scrolling by. Lois is up late. Well, maybe Lois is local, but if not, Lois, thank you for staying up late to join us tonight. It's not that late, but it's late enough on the East Coast. And wow, Carson City. I think that must be Carson City, NV, maybe Carson City, Nevada. Port Hadlock, a local. And San Francisco. And look at that, somebody from the Twin Cities, Sean, all the way from Minneapolis.
Yes, my parents are here. Hi, Mom and Dad. How are you?
Oh, those are your parents.
Oh yeah, look at there's a whole fan club in there.
Oh, so there's probably more than one person on that call there. I bet they have. They're having a watch party back there. And where are they in the?
Looks like they're in Minneapolis right now. Yep.
Minneapolis.
Mm-hmm.
I dated a gal from Minneapolis once, but we'll talk about that after the show. Minneapolis is a great town. It's super lovely, lots of lakes, and little known fact, it's the place where the birthplace of rollerblades. So I don't see a lot of rollerbladers at the boat school, Sean, but going down the hill to the boat school on rollerblades would be quite an experience.
It would be, yeah. It's happened before, believe it or not.
Yeah. Well, look at that. Lake Stevens as well. Janessa Bishop, Lake Stevens, Washington is in the house. That's awesome. Somebody from Snohomish County joining us. That's great. All right. Well, that is fun. So it looks like everybody knows how to use the chat. And I am pleased at this point. Keep that chat handy. We'll have opportunities to check in with each other. And we're excited to get started with the formal portion of the program. And to kick things off via video welcome, please welcome the president of the board, Sonia Matthews.
Hi, I'm Sonia Matthews, President of the Board of Directors for the Northwest School of Wood and Boat Building, and I am delighted on behalf of the board, the staff, and our sponsors to welcome you to our inaugural version of Hull Week. We've been teaching students how to build wonderful wooden boats for the last 39 years. You're going to get a peek under the hull about what makes this school special. You'll hear from staff, you'll hear from former students, now alums, and you'll also hear from our chief instructors. To know us is to love us, and I think you're going to love us. Welcome.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that welcome, Sonia. And as many of you probably know, Sonia is a boat owner herself. And I can't tell you how amazing it is to have a board and so many board members that share the similar passion to the school, their passion and their connection with the water and to boats. And I just want to acknowledge the board at this point, just because all of the work that they've done has really propelled us into this evening. And they have an incredible drive and dedication to the school, and that enables the school to really focus on our mission because of the support of the board. So a huge thank you to all of our past and present board members that are out there. So a silent round of applause for all of you. I'm also recognizing all kinds of alumni out here in this crowd, and current students as well. And I thought it'd be really fun to kind of reach out to some of the alums that are in the call and head into the chat and kind of type in where you're from as a grad of the school, and also what year you graduated, just so we can see the spread of and reach of the school. I know while folks are sitting down their cocktails and trying to type in that information, it's pretty obvious to some, but obviously a lot of the students stick around here in the Puget Sound locally, especially in the Port Townsend Bay Area, but our students spread globally all over the world, working in different shops, museums, and different trades. So it looks like we've got folks from Ann Arbor, Leland Gibson, our own instructor. We've got a bunch of folks from the last 20, 30 years. Michael De La Garza, a classmate of mine. It's always fun to have Michael giving me a hard time of being in school together. And a whole bunch of people coming in there. So one of the main reasons we're actually able to have this call tonight, and one of the reasons why we're trying to reach out this way, is it's also this time has also forced the school to kind of reinvent and format how we teach and how we teach boat building. I mean, who would have thought that you could teach hands-on learning using a hybrid learning model where you're using a combination of teaching virtually, but then also trying to teach hands-on with all of the different protocols and all that. And lately, we've really changed everything. Our lecture delivery, our fundraising, our outreach, all the ways we teach hands-on learning. And it's definitely created a lot of obstacles and created a lot of challenges, but it's also created a lot of opportunities. And we're all looking at that opportunity right now. It's really, it's incredible. We've had master classes and different events where we've reached to dozens of different countries and continents. So it's been really cool to see that. And one of the folks I'll introduce next is Betsy Davis, our executive director. Betsy is going to show you and share some more of those details about what we've been up against and some of the challenges that we've had. But before we get into all of that, I just want to add a quick word, as I always do, to try and embarrass Betsy a little bit, but it's out of gratitude. Betsy and I have been working together for almost, I think almost 6 years now. And I honestly can't even describe anymore the amount of positive transformation that she's had to the school and the boat school community. I'm sitting on a restored waterfront campus. We have incredible partnerships, and we have incredible relationships with our neighbors, with the Ajax Cafe and Star Marine down the street, the tugboat company. We have new programs, we have new shops under construction. We broadened our reach globally around the world, and it strengthened our own connection to our local community here, and that's all because of Betsy. So I just wanted to have a personal shout out to Betsy and a huge thank you. And so without further ado, I want to introduce our next video with Betsy Davis.
The boat school community is so powerful, and I am so grateful to everyone being part of this event this evening. This has been a tough year. COVID brought a lot of unexpected things our way, and it meant canceling spring quarter. It meant reducing our class size. It meant spreading out our students. And there's been an expense associated with COVID that we hadn't anticipated. But there's also some good news that came from our response to COVID. It was galvanizing to see the staff innovate and figure out a way to safely bring students back in early July. It's been fabulous to have students on campus learning marine systems, boat building, even with a mask on and even with distancing. They're still here and they're motivated, and that motivates us to keep serving them. We also found ourselves in conversation with 4 other boat building schools around the country, because a pandemic helps people realize it's important to come together and share best practices. We also got a kick in the butt to try online delivery of lectures, and our chief instructor figured out a new model with which we can do that and reach people far beyond our campus here at the school. We are growing our marine systems program. We have a waiting list of students. We have an industry with demand for trained technicians, and we're building a brand new building that will be in place next year so we can expand our program and have more students. We have a remarkable bunch of goals for the year ahead, and we're looking forward to your support and engagement every step of the way. And it all begins tonight, where we kick off the process of filling our coffers for the year ahead. Thank you for being part of this.
So thank you for that, Betsy. And as a lot of you can see, I mean, the school, like everyone in the world right now, is working through a lot, but we've been working through our own host of things. And I think it's really cool, actually, that we sit now less than a month away from graduating our current students. We have about 30 students that will be graduating right around Thanksgiving, and we're all very excited to get them to that milestone. This particular group of students has been literally through everything with us, so we're honored to get them through graduation. And that's what I'd like to shift our focus into now, is our students. That's what we do. That's what we're about, is teaching people. And so we're going to switch gears and really look at one of our recent graduates in particular. Our alumni, as I said, go to all kinds of places and different careers and different trades. And the young gentleman I'd like to focus on tonight is Damian Detweiler, and he is a recent boat school graduate. And one of the things that I remember most about Damian was not only his kind of raw and enviable talent that he just brought, and he could just kind of naturally do anything, but he literally approaches everything he does with an ear-to-ear grin. And you'll see this in this video, and that's one of my favorite parts of Damian, is just his attitude to everything. And I think that's gonna propel him into, it already is, but it's gonna propel him in all kinds of incredible things. So let's take a look next at this video of our recent graduate, Damian Detweiler.
The most amazing part of working here at the boat school is getting to know the students. And I watch them come in with such a big amount of energy and determination and curiosity. And they build this self-confidence as they learn how to solve complex problems with their hands in the physical world. And I see them coming in from such a range of backgrounds. It could be house painting, environmental regulation, dog mushing, or IT. And yet, we also draw those people who are right out of high school and preparing for their first career. And the video you're about to watch of Damian is one of those people. And he came in with such talent and such enthusiasm that I think you'll enjoy meeting him. And the question I ask is, what would our world be like if we didn't have a boat school for people like Damian, who want to then go on and find a career that's meaningful and successful to them and gives them a well-rounded base from which to just thrive and excel in the workplace.
Damian was 19 when he showed up to school, and he had already built four boats, and had gotten his pilot's license. It wasn't so much teaching as it was pointing him towards a project and just kind of unleashing him and seeing what happened. And then before you know it, that project was done, and he was on to the next one, and on to the next one, and on to the next one. And it was truly incredible to watch.
I grew up in Aspen, Colorado. I was born there, and when I started high school, I had a shop class, and I started getting really interested in boats, and I started building them. And so the third one was all varnished and nice and pretty, and I was so proud of it. And I used pine 1x2s with brass screws in the bottom, little sole in there, so I have something to sit on. And when I was finishing up that one, I had a neighbor down the street, and I noticed he had a little Suzuki 2-horse outboard. You know, I should just go ask if he's willing to sell that engine. We negotiated a little bit. I strapped them both down to the radio flyer wagon and dragged them back up the hill. The closest spot where I could run a boat with an engine was about an hour away on the other side of the Continental Divide. I was like, we gotta go over there like right now. And I was kind of figuring out the quirks of it, how it worked, and I got it going pretty good. Just cruising around for a while, and that was a really good day. One day in shop class, we had a substitute teacher. I was working on the boat, and he said to me, he was like, you should look into wooden boat building schools. I was like, well, interesting. I mean, I didn't know about that. And so I went and I looked, and this was the first school that I clicked on, and I stopped looking there. I saw it and I was like, okay, I'm going there. In beginning projects, I was in Bruce's class, and we were building the Stubby, that little 9-foot Ed Monk pram. It was a lot of fun. It was very different because it was traditionally built, whereas what I had done before was not really contemporary, but not traditional either. And then I came up to the Hammond shop, and I took the traditional boat building class, and I was working on the Rosinante. When we got the boat, it was just the hull, so I started us on framing the deck, and there were over 100 pieces to the deck frame. Once I had a deck on it, then I went over to help frame the cabin top. Then I moved on to the companionway hatch. I talked to Leland a bit, and he let me have some input on how to do that. Got to design it and then we would agree on it, and then I got to build it, and it was really great to see something that I had actually had some input on be built and then work out. I came here really just interested in the woodworking. And then when I got here, I found out about systems, and I was like, oh, there's even more.
Your head system is very, very important. And as an instructor, what is fun is having someone who really wants to learn and just jumps in head first. And that's exactly what Damien did. I could just sense his insatiable curiosity.
Coming into systems, there was a lot more that was completely new to me. The boat school, it provided a great opportunity and a place for me to learn quickly, actually get to know all the stuff that I needed to know in a timely manner so I could go and actually use it.
Damien was hired and Tyler was hired, and that class, anybody that wanted to work, they were hired before we were done.
I'm excited about the systems program because there is a shortage of qualified technicians in the marine trades. Diesel systems, hydraulics, plumbing, electrical experts, there's not enough of them. So we've hired a number of alumni from the Northwest School of Wood and Boat Building, both from the systems program and from the woodworking side. They come with a general knowledge. They also come a lot of times with a sense of what they know and what they don't know. And so they are easily trainable to the way we do stuff in the shop.
I've done all of the wiring from those terminal strips there out to all of the components. And I've done some of the wiring on the back of this panel here.
I'm really excited about Damien. He's kind of that next generation. He's able to do a lot of things right away as soon as we hired him. And he comes with a lot of curiosity. So he wants to know why we do stuff the way we do it, and so that he can generalize that knowledge to the next project. He's now doing a full rewire on this 36-foot sloop. And he's been doing that under my supervision, but he's done a great job. We've seen him progress already to being more and more of an independent technician who's able to be given a job and get it done.
I feel about my time at the boat school like it was a year and a half really well spent. The school was a good challenge. I went in knowing a little bit about boats from what I had built myself, but there was still so much to learn. And I went from just thinking about it in high school all the way to actually doing it. Boat school changed the course of my life. The boat building and then the marine systems program, and now to working in the yard, has turned into a great career. I love it. It was the right decision for me to make.
Well, that's outstanding and so cool to see the students that come out of the boat school. And as Damien motored away there at the end, he was in a skin boat that he allegedly built during his lunch hour.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah. He is enthusiastic. And, Betsy mentioned this earlier, that the, individual lives are transformed by the boat school, but it's pretty clear through the eyes of someone like Damien that I think that the individuals are transforming the boat school too. We heard about Betsy's mark on the school and the enthusiasm of the instructors that come back. It's just such an amazing synergy between people and craft and the process that they go through to build boats and learn the marine systems, and they come out of it as changed people, and we're all better for it. So thanks to all those instructors there, those of you that are on this call tonight, thanks for what you're doing, and that next generation of maritime professionals coming out of the boat school, because we know that the world needs them on a local level, on a state level. There is a shortage of capable, able, and smart and properly trained maritime professionals, and you're making a difference. So thank you. This is the beginning of our formal portion of the program in terms of virtual raising of the paddles. And a quick reminder that tonight it is a 100% tax deductible donation that you'll be making. And the ways to give are on the screen. You can donate on the school's website. and that's at nwswb.edu/donate. If you get into a situation at any time throughout this broadcast and you need help, please feel free to reach out to Concierge Jim. He can help you, and he's at 360-301-1753, or you can email him info@nwswb.edu. And a friendly reminder, tonight we have a little bit of a two-step process as we go through our ways to give. You're going to pledge your gift amount in the chat tonight. Include your name and the amount that you'd like to contribute in the chat. And then later, after the program tonight, you can go into the website, or you can mail the check, or you can gift stock, whatever works for you. But make that pledge with your name in the chat box so that we can all share in the excitement for the support of the boat school tonight. So the next way to give is coming right up on the screen. And that is, of course, you can mail us a check to the Northwest School of Wood and Boat Building, 42 North Water Street, Port Hadlock, Washington, 98339. And that is a great way to get funds to the school, and no fees on the check. So that's always nice, and no credit card fees or any processing fees. So thank you for considering sending a check or making your online donation. And then, of course, you can give via our online auction, supporting the online auction, which runs through tomorrow. And I'll talk a little bit more about that after our virtual paddle raise. That runs through tomorrow, but also you can donate stock through the Fidelity info on the Boat School website. Again, questions, please contact Concierge Jim at 360-301-1753. All right, so as we move into the formal part of our Raise the Paddle, the thing to remember, friends, is that this is a 100% tax deductible donation. And we know we've got over 50 windows in Zoom open, and even more on YouTube. So there's probably 2 to 3 people per window. Our goal tonight is 100% participation. So yes, I'm talking to you. If you can help us tonight, we would so appreciate that. And we will start at a lofty number, and then we'll work through all the giving levels. And if we were gathering in person tonight, we would be raising our bid cards at announced levels. Tonight is a little bit different. I'll be announcing levels, but you can give any amount at any time. But to get people motivated and excited, we always like to start with a lofty number to sort of set the tone. And tonight, officially, our opening level is the $10,000 level. And remember that $10,000 is more of a guideline than a rule. If there's a number on your heart above 10,000, now's the time to make that gift. And I'm so excited tonight to announce that at that $10,000 level, we have a momentum donor to get us kicked off, and a big thanks to John Goodfellow for his incredible support of the boat school at the $10,000 level. And if you would like to help at that $10,000 level and join John, and then we would have 2 Goodfellows or good folks. So thank you for that. Very, very generous donation, John. That is a fantastic way to get us kicked off at that $10,000 level. And I'm going to just modify. I've got a couple screens going. I'm going to modify so I can see that chat. So go ahead and write your name and the amount you'd like to donate right into the chat bar, and we'll give you a shout out as those come up. The next giving level tonight, friends, is the $5,000 level. And the $5,000 level is a terrific level to support the boat school at. And I'm excited to announce that at this $5,000 level, we have some additional momentum donors. And a big thank you to Libby and Les Schnick for their $5,000 donation, and to Sonia and Mike Matthews. Thank you for that $5,000 donation. And great news, Mike Matthews has a match from his employer, Verizon Company. So Verizon offering a dollar for dollar match for all charitable contributions. So if you or your employer or your retirement fund offers those matching funds, please consider pursuing that so that your money can go twice as far with those matches. So company matches are crucial. Thank you so much to Sonia and Mike Matthews and Libby and Les Schnick and the Verizon Company for that incredible $5,000 donation. So if you'd like to make a pledge, simply type it into the chat, write your name, and write the amount that you'd like to give. Our next giving level is the $2,500 giving level, the $2,500 giving level, And any giving level at any time is fine. If you would like a little momentum or you want to join one of those lead donors at these early levels, this is the time to put your name and that dollar amount into that chat box. Thank you for that. And then later after the program, you can simply follow up via the website or through the check sent directly to the boat school. All right. At the $2,000 level, I'm excited to announce that we have a momentum gift at this level. Terry Ross, thank you for your gift in loving memory of Lanny Ross at the $2,000 level. So if you want to give a $2,000 or $2,500, and look, Sean, we've got somebody coming into the chat with an early pledge. Who do we have in there?
Katie just pledged. Katie Whalen just pledged $150. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Katie.
thank you, Katie. That's fantastic. So moving right along, our next giving level, friends, is the $1,000 giving level. And this is an exciting level. And I've got some fantastic news. In fact, you could say it's hull of good news. And that is that at this $1,000 level, we have a special dollar for dollar match from our friends and longtime supporters at the Lucky 7 Foundation. This is a dollar for dollar match at the $1,000 level. So if you can give at the $1,000 level right now, that'll be matched dollar for dollar, and that gift will become $2,000. And that is just a great way to energize the boat school. And a big shout out. Look at that. Sean, it looks like we've got somebody in.
Nelson, I think the chat's starting to line up a little bit. I don't know if I'm going to delay on my end, but it looks like David Blessing just donated $2,000. So thank you so much, David. Richard and Lynn Schwartz just donated $2,500. That's incredible. Bill Shane and Kathy Weber, another 1,000. So thank you all so much. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you.
That's great. Board members coming in. And David, it's nice to see you out there in virtual land. I wish we were together tonight sharing a glass of wine after the event, but great to see you. Thanks for your support. And if you write those checks in 2 $1,000 installments, then you can get the match on those. So actually, we'll recognize those, I'm sure, in any way. And look at that. Bill Brock is in for 1,000. Thank you so much, as is Betsy Davis. Thank you, Betsy, getting that matching money going. And John Barrett's in as well. Outstanding. Thank you so much. And look at that. We've got more rolling in, more pledges. Sean, look at that.
Yes.
It looks like
Kevin Ritz, our lead marine systems instructor, and his wife, Cheryl, just donated $200. Thank you so much for that. Another good boost.
Outstanding. And it's really cool to, I have to say, friends, for those of you that wonder how these events are put together, we do a lot of work ahead of time, and it was so fun. We picked a glorious day to be videoing down at the boat school, and it was so fun to see Jody and Leland and Kevin and everybody down there working with the students back from their quarantine break or their COVID break. And there is activity happening. There's lots of distance in the boat shops, but the support and the energy and the excitement is there, and it's real. And thank you for your support tonight. Speaking of supporters, we've got more folks coming in.
Yes, we've got Heidi Eisenhower just pledged $250. Heidi, I know you're incredibly busy right now, so thank you so much for coming tonight and pledging. We also have Barb Bennett and Craig Ronbohm, who donated $200. Stephen Sklar, oh, that's going too fast. No, I can't even keep up reading. Kathleen Broker, $500. Stephen Sklar, $250. Michael and Jane, $250. Dan and Linda Newland, thank you so much at $500. Linda and Mark Secord at $150. Wow, this is incredible.
Yeah. Jody and Taylor Olson are in as well for $250. And look at that, Leland Gibson in for
awesome.
I think 200. Yeah, boy, it's moving so fast we can hardly keep up.
Thank you, Leland. Thank you,
That's
Jody
fantastic.
and Taylor. Casey Cronkite, good to see you tonight. Thank you for the $250. Oh, this is going really well.
Yeah. Hey, the $500 level is next, friends. And at any time, as you can see in the chat, anytime, any amount, whether it's $500, $50, $5,000, whatever number works just right for you or slightly above what you thought you might contribute when you came in tonight, that's the level that we're looking for. And remember, this is a tax-deductible donation to the Northwest School of Wood and Boat Building. You can give online. You can give via a check directly to the school. And the next level will be our $250 level. That's our next level. We've had a lot of donations coming in at this level at $250. It's just, it's strong. Patricia Benka is in at $250. And Peggy Culm is in at 250 plus 50 for 300. Thank you for that, Peggy. And look at that from the Twin Cities. We've got
From the Twin
donations raining in.
Cities, people I may know. My parents, thank you so much, Mom and Dad, for the $250. My wife and I are also putting in $200 this evening. And
That's
I just saw
fantastic.
AG Marine put in $250. So thank you so much.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, friends, our next level is the $100 level, and keep the 250s, 500, 1000s, keep all those gifts coming in. Remember that $1,000 match from our friends at the Lucky 7 Foundation, and that match dollar for dollar at the $1,000 level. It's just so important to get those momentum matching funds collected, and just great support from Lucky 7 Foundation. So thank you for your incredible support. And the $100 level gifts continue to roll in. Rita Frangioni is in at $250. And Molly Tyson is in for $300. Thank you, Molly, for that. Outstanding. And look at that. Tim McDonald in for $500. And holy cow, look at that.
Roger, that's incredible. Roger McPherson, thank you so much for $5,000. That's absolutely incredible. And I sit in the McPherson classroom. So thank you so much, Roger. That's amazing.
Well, you might have to name it twice. It's the McPherson classroom with that. That's outstanding. And look at that. Christina Rubin, the new mama, is on the call tonight. Hey, Christina and Corey, hope you guys are having fun with the baby. That is so cool. Miss seeing Christina and everybody tonight. Of course, it'd be fun to be gathering. Is it still windy out there in Port Townsend tonight? Port Hadlock, Port Townsend? How's the wind? Do we know?
It's actually looking pretty calm here down at the boat school, but it's hard to say what is up in town. But I'm seeing some more activity coming in from Larry and Ruth Ann as well at $250. Thank you so much for that.
That's outstanding. Yeah, Chris and Lori Milan are in at $250. Thank you for a great cause. Absolutely. And remember, friends, the people that come out of the boat school, they are transformed, and the work that they have in front of them is so exciting, because we were talking about it when Betsy and I were visiting, just this notion of the silver tsunami, and this, the capable, able-bodied maritime professionals are aging out of the workforce, and there is a desperate need locally, statewide, and nationally for maritime folks that understand marine systems, understand how to build a boat, repair a boat. And it's just so exciting what the boat school is doing right here in our own backyard. So this is fantastic. So thank you for your support. Keep it coming. Final level is that $100 level, or any level really. The $50 level, any level at this point is wonderful. And we will keep the giving windows open, so you can continue to give tonight. You might wake up tomorrow and have an epiphany and say, oh my gosh, I was so excited by what I saw last night. I want to give again. That's okay. This is a safe space. You can do that. So thank you for that. And a little reminder too, that we've heard that there are challenges out there. You heard from Sean about some of the specific things that are going on with respect to how the boat school has had to change the way it's teaching, and who would have thought a year ago that we're going to be offering remote learning opportunities. But a lot of you have been looking for meaningful ways to make a difference. And this certainly is a great and meaningful way to make a difference tonight. Your presence here, your contributions, your support. And thanks to Jackie Porter for her donation tonight, her $100 donation. Jackie, thank you so much for that. It's just fantastic. Keep those coming. We are going to move along. We'll keep the giving is always open, but we're excited to move into a really wonderful highlight of some of our online auction items. And as a friendly reminder, the online auction has been open for several days, and it closes tomorrow. That's Saturday. And that is October 31st. And of course, we all know that is Halloween. And that auction is going to close at 7 p.m. tomorrow night, Pacific Daylight Time. Remember, set your clocks back Saturday night late. So after you put in your final bids at 7 o'clock on Halloween, that's Saturday night, the 31st of October, then you can set your clocks back when you go to bed, and you'll wake up and have a whole extra hour of sleep. So thank you for that. So we're going to move into a wonderful video. And I know that several of our donors, in fact, I think all of them are on this live stream tonight. And you're going to be so impressed when you hear about these offerings. The boat school historically always comes up with wonderful items, and I think this year you all have outdone yourselves. So here are featured premier online auction items, and thank you, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
We're offering a ride on a safe boat. Boat ride will be 60 to 90 minutes on one of our demonstrator boats. There are a number of different boats, either cabin or one of our open interceptors. You can expect speeds up to 50 to 55 knots and a lot of thrilling turns, jumps, spins. You might get wet unless you choose the cabin boat, and I guarantee it will be unlike any boat ride you've ever had.
I'm very pleased to have the opportunity to donate a 1-hour scenic plane ride in my Beechcraft Sierra. It's a 4-place airplane, so you and 2 of your friends can come along with us and spend an hour looking at the Puget Sound from a bird's eye view. And I'm just hoping that you will bid them up and find interest in this and all the other great offerings that you'll see through this gala, this virtual gala.
The offering is 2 rooms at Junior Suite and dinner for 4 at the wonderful Italian restaurant Stella, located in the hotel. The hotel is very popular for its fireside room with rookwood tiles. It's exactly as it was when it opened. I think that you will find this to be one of the premier experiences in Seattle. If you can stay there, have a lovely dinner, and you're close to everything on First Hill and downtown.
I wanted to talk to you about our auction item, which is 5 scotches from 3 countries for 4 people, starting with appetizer and amuse-bouche, all the way to steak in the middle and dessert at the end. You and 3 of your closest friends will have safe transport to and from our home. We will tuck you in the car, take you safely home, so that you can dream sweet dreams about the Isle of Skye.
Hi, my name is Jody Boyle. I'm an instructor of traditional boat building at the Northwest School for Wooden Boat Building. I'm holding a beautiful corking mallet that was made by Steve Kessler, and it's very beautiful made. It's brand new. Can be yours. So I'm gonna now go inside to our practice corking board, and I'm gonna do a little bit of corking with this mallet and some of the irons that are also gonna come with this. And I'm using this mallet and this 00 corking iron, and it's what you want to start with when you're threading. Grab the cotton. Take a look at it, make sure it looks good, and that's it. Away you go.
I'd like to offer this opportunity for you to help the school continue doing the great work that it does. And with me, I have Daisy Bach, my neighbor, and a fabulous Cuban cooker, chef. How about Cuban chef? And she and I have been doing Cuban cooking classes, and so we're going to offer that for 4 people, 2 couples, and you're going to have a ball. So please bid high and enjoy this time with us when we cook Cuban food together and eat it and enjoy it.
I'm Betsy Davis, the Executive Director at the Boat School, and I'm sitting here on the deck of the Ajax Cafe. Down here, you get excellent food at the Ajax and an excellent view of the south end of Port Townsend Bay. This auction item will let you invite a group of friends and share a seafood meal together at the Ajax Cafe, and it will also include a backstage tour of the boat school with me. Really look forward to visiting with you down here in one of my favorite places on earth.
There you have it. Some amazing auction items and ways to support the Northwest School of Wood and Boat Building. Big thanks to Richard, John, Kathleen, Sonia, Jody, John again, and neighbor, and Betsy, and of course all of the partner donations for those online auction items. So reminder, closing tomorrow night at 7 p.m. That is October 31st, 7 p.m. We'll be wrapping up our online auction. So that is super exciting. We are going to transition via technology to a live connection to our director, Betsy Davis. Here she is.
Hey there, I'm, can you hear me? Am I off of
Yes,
mute? Okay.
we can hear you.
You know, I'm so grateful that we come together as a community like this, the alums and the sponsors and the board members and friends and family. And I just really value this community. And, you know, together we did it. We raised money to support the remarkable education that the boat school provides. And I need you, I want you to celebrate with me what we've done together. So together, good, and I just got my text so I can actually tell you. So drum roll, please. So if we factor in everything, including the sponsorships and all the gifts that were pledged ahead of time and the ones that were announced tonight, our grand total is $106,000. Thank you all so much. Woohoo!
Wow, outstanding. Clap, clap, clap. Holy cow. That's awesome.
Amazing.
You can use the reaction feature on your bottom of your navigation bar, the reaction feature, and clap, clap, clap. Oh, that's fantastic. Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's outstanding. The giving windows are open. If you know somebody that wasn't able to join us tonight live for this event, you can share this with them. And of course, the auction open tomorrow night until 7. We're excited to transition. We know that community is what is at the heart of the boat school. And with that in mind, we're going to do this breakout experience where if you'd like to stay with us, to be totally transparent, this is the conclusion of the formal portion of the program. So what's going to happen now is just a chance to catch up and visit. We know that so many of us have been hunkered down, and rightly so, but we are excited to visit with each other tonight during this breakout session. So through the power of Concierge Gym, we are going to break out into some smaller groups and have a chance to visit and connect with each other. And this would be a great time to pour yourself a drink if you haven't refreshed the glass recently. And if you're, I don't know, Sean, did you prepare ahead of time and get your drink ready? Or are they delivering it from the Ajax across
I
the
think it's
street?
being delivered from the Ajax, yeah.
Okay, I might step aside for a second and race over to my refrigerator and get a cold one for this. But we're going to move into breakout rooms, and you'll hear a magical, I think we called it fairy dust sound earlier as we were planning this. So you'll hear that, and then you'll move into a breakout room. You'll be there for 20 minutes or so, maybe half an hour. Stay as long as you'd like. And then after that, we'll come back at the end of the breakout session one more time together, and you're free to step out at any time. But thank you so much for your support of this treasure, this local and regional treasure of the Northwest School of Wood and Boat Building. It's been great, Sean. Thank you so much for your help tonight, Betsy, and everybody that was on the planning side. I'm Nelson J. We're heading to the breakout rooms. Cue the pixie dust.
Hi, Rebecca, are you there?
Hey, is that Heidi?
It is Heidi. Did you need
Hey.
any other help tonight, or are you good?
I think we're in great shape tonight. If everyone in your room has gone home or signed out, you're free to do so as well. Raise a glass to a successful evening and
Yes. Yes, it was a fun event. Thank you for all the help.
yes, thank you. It was really fun.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. Good night.
means it's you and I again, Laura. I don't know.
Hey, Sean.
Hey.
Hey, Laura.
Laura, you're still muted, I think. Oh, you can't unmute. There, how about that?
Now I can talk. So we're still on YouTube Live.
Yeah, so we can all, I guess, just chill out until we know everybody has left their breakouts. So Jim is keeping an eye on all of that and letting folks have their conversations.
That was a fun family phone call with you, Sean.
Yeah, Laura got to hang out with my parents. That was great.
Oh, cool. Good. Yeah, I don't know if maybe we want to all of us log out and end up on the other account so we're not having our conversation on YouTube Live.
I'll do that. I'll hop in there. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Geico presents Monster Counseling.
Dracula, tell me how you're feeling.
No.
Wow, it worked. Can you hear me okay? Yeah. All right. Hey, thank you everybody for spending your Friday evening with us. It's been really fun. We had a super fun breakout session, and miss seeing you all in person, but thank you for spending your Friday evening with us. And you look terrific. And we thought we would have everybody, if you navigate to the bottom part of your screen, you'll see the reactions icon. It's a little smiley face with a plus above it. You can actually make your own. So we can give a clap to the incredible generosity of our supporters. I think that we have vastly exceeded our fundraising goals tonight, and a chance to reconnect as a community and to see everybody's face. Thank you for spending your Friday with us. Remember that online auction's open tomorrow night until 7 o'clock on Halloween. And thanks to all of our board members and donors and the instructors at the boat school, and Betsy for her intrepid leadership, clamping down on COVID challenges. There's no chance that COVID stands a chance against Betsy and the incredible supporters of the boat school. So I'm Nelson J saying thank you for your support, signing off. Be well, be safe. And a big shout out tonight to Rebecca for running the show. And she's a great friend of the boat school from the Land Trust. Rebecca, this is the best. It's the best Zoom experience I've ever had. And I have done a lot of these events and none have been finer. So thank you for your support tonight. And we'll see you hopefully in person next year, or maybe in person and online. We'll have a fusion fundraiser continuing the evolution of the boat school. Take care, be well, and thanks for your support.